So you're ready to finally learn how to play poker, huh? Awesome. Today, we are going to break down the most popular version on the entire planet, No Limit Texas Hold'em. If you're starting from absolute zero, this explainer is going to give you everything you need to know to understand the rules and feel comfortable sitting down at a table. Okay, let's get into it. But before we even touch a single rule, let's get our heads in the right place with this quote. Because see, poker isn't just about getting good cards. It's about playing your opponents. It's about making them think you've got the best hand, even when you don't. It's a game of reading people, and that's just as important as reading the cards. All right, here's our roadmap. We've got this broken down into 4 simple parts. First, we'll cover the setup. What happens before the cards are even dealt? Then we're going to walk through an entire hand, step by step. After that, we'll get to the exciting part, the showdown and who wins the money. And to finish it off, we'll give you a super simple strategy for your first few games. Okay, part 1, the setup. Before any cards hit the felt, we gotta set the stage. Think of this part as the engine of the game. It's what makes everything go. Understanding these next few pieces is absolutely key to understanding everything else that follows. First thing you'll see is this little disc called the dealer button. It just marks who the official dealer is for that hand. And after every single hand, it moves 1 spot to the left. Now, why does it move? Well, that's all about fairness. It makes sure that over time, everyone at the table gets to play from every single position, so no one has a permanent advantage. So the player directly to the left of the button has to post what's called the small blind. This is a forced bet. That means this player has to put chips in the pot before they even see their cards. Why? Simple. Without these forced bets, everyone could just sit around waiting for perfect cards without it costing them anything. The blinds create a pot right from the start and guarantee action. And right next door, 2 seats to the left of the button, is the big blind. Just like the small blind, it's a forced bet, but as you can probably guess, it's bigger. Usually, it's exactly double the small blind. So these 2 bets together get the pot started and give everyone a reason to want to jump into the action. And that's the crucial point, right? With the blinds in there and the buttons set, there's already money in the middle of the table, the pot. And from this moment on, every single player has one simple goal: win that pot. Okay, the stage is set. Now let's see how a hand actually plays out. We're going to walk through the 4 different betting rounds, or what poker players call streets. This is where the real game begins, where all the decisions are made. But hang on, before we do that, you need to know your basic moves. Whenever it's your turn, you only have 3 options. That's it. You can fold, throw your cards away, you're out. You can call, match whatever the current bet is, or you can bet or raise, which means you're upping the stakes for everybody else. Every single move in poker boils down to one of these 3 things. So here's how those choices play out. It all starts pre-flop. Everyone gets 2 private cards, just for them, and then the first round of betting kicks off. Next comes the flop, where 3 community cards are dealt face up for everyone to use. That's followed by another round of betting. After that, we have the turn. A 4th community card comes out, and you guessed it, more betting. And finally, there's the river. The 5th and final community card is revealed, followed by one last round of betting. All right, part 3, the showdown. Let's say we get through all that betting, and there are still 2 or more people left in the hand. Well, what happens now? It's time for everyone to show their cards and find out who takes home that pot. And the rule for winning is really pretty simple. You've got 7 cards to work with, your 2 private cards that nobody else can see, and the 5 community cards out on the board that everyone shares. Your job is to make the best possible 5-card poker hand using any combination of those 7 cards. So, how do you know what the best hand is? Well, this chart right here is the absolute law of the land. This is it. It shows every poker hand, ranked from the unbeatable royal flush all the way down to a simple high card. A hand that's higher on this list always beats a hand that's lower. For example, a flush, that's 5 cards all of the same suit, beats a straight, 5 cards in a row. You should probably pause here and get familiar with this, because this chart is the bedrock of the entire game. Okay, we've made it to our final section. You know the setup, you know how a hand works, and you know what beats what. But how should you actually play? Let's give you one simple, really powerful idea to get you started. We're going to call this the caveman principle, and it is perfect for beginners. The idea is this. When you're just starting out, most of your opponents are not going to be running some kind of fancy, complicated bluff. They play it straight. If they bet like they have a strong hand, they almost always have a strong hand. It's really that simple. So how do you put this into action? Easy. Just follow 3 golden rules. Number 1, if you have a good hand, bet. Don't get cute, just bet. 2, if you have a bad hand, just fold. Don't throw your money in there hoping for a miracle. And 3, and this is the most important one, when another player makes a big bet, you should believe them. They're telling you the truth. If they suddenly bet a ton of chips, they have the monster hand they're pretending to have. Just save your money and get out of there. And that pretty much wraps it up. You've got the rules, the structure, and a basic strategy for no-limit Texas Hold'em. You've got the whole toolkit. But just remember what we said at the very beginning. The rules are just the start. The real game is played in your head. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you know the rules of the game, how are you going to play the players?